What's up guys, it's your boy Brendan from Modern to Me, and today we are going to start your third Java tutorial on output. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to throw some code at you right now, and then we're going to go over it real quick. The problem with programming is the learning curve can generally be pretty high. What I'm showing you how to output, it's involves a lot of other things that I can't explain right now without explaining other things, and it's just the way everything comes together cohesively. It's really hard to explain one thing at a time, but I'm going to try anyways because I really want you to learn. So basically what I just typed here is how you output anything to the Java console, the thing that your program output is shown in, if that makes any sense. But let me start at the top. So what you see here is you see this public class, first class, and then this curly brace. This is one of those things where you're going to have to kind of ignore for now. Classes are extremely important in Java, so don't forget about them permanently because they're definitely going to come back, and I'm going to have a lot of tutorials on classes coming up more towards like the 20th something tutorial. But basically what you need to know now for it to make sense is that all of your code, or most of your code I should say, like almost all of your code is going to be contained in some sort of class. So kind of think of it as like your code is like the meat of a burger, and then this part right here is kind of like the bun. It kind of sandwiches all of your code together because all of your code is going to be contained from here, this public class, first class, and this open curly bracket down. This closing curly bracket is kind of like the bottom of the bun. Your class needs to have this bottom curly bracket to have the code run. If this wasn't here, the code wouldn't run. It would fail to compile, not necessarily crash, but it wouldn't actually compile at all. It wouldn't run at all because this curly bracket wasn't here. You need this to close off your class. So whenever you see an opening curly bracket in code, you're always going to need to follow it up with a closing bracket at some point in time, kind of at the other end of the sandwich, I guess you could say. And so now we're going to go down to this public static void main here. The code that we're going to type is going to go in here. As I was saying earlier in last tutorial, this main, it's called a method, but this main thing that you see here is where all of your code starts. So when you run your program jumps right to here and starts to look for some code to execute. So your program is going to start here. And so this is why I typed this output thing in between these main curly brackets, this little sandwich within this sandwich, I guess you could think of it as. I typed this output thing in the main method because that is where the computer is going to look to execute the code. Hopefully your brain doesn't hurt yet. We're still going strong here. So, like I was saying earlier, this is the notation that is used to output something to the system. That's kind of where this system comes from. It's calling out the system to output something and print it to the system. So you can kind of read computer code in English a lot of the time. So it's really what it's saying. It's telling the system to output something and print print a line. You can even read the description. That's kind of the nice thing about Eclipse, is it has a lot of these I guess you could say automation, and it helps you out a lot with knowing what each part of your code does. So right now, if we were to run this program, it actually wouldn't output anything, because what you see here in between these parentheses is empty, obviously. So we're going to type something. We're going to type up what's called in computer language a string. And what it means by string is just a string of characters, like a series of characters. That's kind of what string means. You can think of it that way. So to type a string, you're actually just going to type quotation marks. That's pretty intuitive also, and a lot of it will complete for you. And you can type anything in between the quotation marks, really, any set of characters that you want. I'm just going to type, welcome to Java. My name is Brendan, and I love you. Okay, so there you go. This is our first computer program. So just you can do Control S and save, or go to File, Save, And what you're going to want to do now is you're going to go to run and run. I guess you can do Control F11 also. And if you don't know where this all happened, where, like, okay, nothing happened, where's my code? Actually, if you look at the bottom of your screen to this right here, you can see, you can see your code right down here. Wow, that's what I typed. Yeah, welcome to Java. My name is Brendan and I love you. So there you go. That's how you output things in Java. It gets a lot more exciting than just typing things up and seeing them appear somewhere else. I know you could find the same text right in your computer code, but trust me, it gets a lot more interesting than just that. But I needed to teach you how to output something to do more of the interesting stuff, which, trust me, is coming. You'll be making a game in no time. So stick around and I'll see you in the next tutorial.